We're just a few hours away from Apple's October 30th event, and today I want to go over the final leaks and rumors that we've been hearing, because Apple is up to something. If one thing is abundantly clear, this event is not only going to be unlike anything else Apple's ever done, they are going to unveil something that I just don't think has been rumored. They've been promoting the event everywhere like crazy, and they're now even sending out custom mystery boxes to select influencers that include free AirPods Max, a custom Apple hat, and candy and snacks. When in history has Apple ever done that before? They don't do it for the iPhone event, which is usually the biggest event for them of the year. They're promoting this everywhere over on Twitter/X with some custom teasers that include spooky music and suggest Apple will be leaning into the Halloween nighttime theme. I just feel like something's up here and I might have figured it out, so stay tuned for that. But let's start off with the stuff that is 100% confirmed to be coming. We are getting not only a new 14-inch MacBook Pro, but a new 16-inch on Monday as well. And actually, I think we've gotten our first look. This popped up on Chinese social network Weibo a few hours after the initial announcement, and while I can't tell you that this is 100% real, I've seen a lot of fake leaks in my day, and I would put my money on this being authentic. For starters, it matches rumors saying that these new MacBook Pros will look pretty similar to the existing version in design. It shows a silver color that currently exists, and the wallpaper is just one-to-one with the branding from the Apple invites. And if Apple invites do tell us one thing more than anything else, it's that Apple uses them in the wallpapers for the new devices. We have seen this so many times at this point. And I don't know this for sure, but Mark Gurman has said that there will be some minor screen changes on these new MacBook Pros, and it's really hard to tell with the way that this image is taken, but it almost looks as if the notch on the MacBook Pro will be shrinking. Again, I cannot tell for sure. It's at a weird angle. I can't one-to-one it with the current MacBook Pro box, but to me, it just looks a little bit smaller, and I think that a couple years into having the same size notch, it shrunk on the iPhone, I could see it shrinking on these MacBook Pros. But of course, the main upgrade here is the M3 Pro and the M3 Max chips inside, and we have the specs for those now. Mark Gurman says that the M3 Pro will have a 12-core CPU and 18-core GPU, and if you want the most powerful M3 Max chip, it's going to have a 16-core CPU, 40-core GPU. Huge upgrade. We know the GPUs in particular are going to be a big deal, and ray tracing is going to be on these MacBook Pros. We know this because Apple's A17 Pro chip supports ray tracing, and it's based off of the new 3nm architecture that these M3 chips are based off of. There's also been some rumors of an announcement from Capcom with Resident Evil being tied into this for the Mac, and ray tracing and metal somehow, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's somewhat of a gaming focus here, because apparently the graphics upgrades on these M3s are not going to be playing around. The second thing that is also 100% coming is a new version of the 24-inch iMac. This is not going to be a major visual upgrade, but we've heard from Mark Gurman that it's going to feature some similar colors, but a redesigned stand mechanism. And my guess for this stand is that it's going to be tilt and height adjustable for the first time, while the current iMac is just tilt adjustable. Apple ships this as an option on the studio display, and honestly, as somebody who has a tilt and adjust stand, it's pretty much a must if you want to do like any long form work on your computer and not crane your neck in a certain way. I would also place my bets on there being a pink iMac. If Apple changes the colors at all, they have done pink on everything else this year, the watch, the phone. I think a pink iMac would sell like banana pants. The major internal upgrade on this computer, though, will be the standard M3 chip. And while this will have an 8-core CPU, just like M1 and M2 before, it's going to have up to a 10-core GPU, it sounds like, starting off. And a little bonus here with the iMac, we're going to be getting some new Magic accessories. Apple's current Magic accessories all have Lightning, so with the iPhone 15 getting USB-C, they're slowly transitioning everything, and the new iMac is going to get the USB-C accessories. We've also seen the leaked cables, that sort of repeat information. But just others are now sort of saying what we've been talking about here on AppleTrack for a while. You guys are always in the loop first. Now that's the event. That's it. 2 new MacBook Pros and an iMac. I don't know, man. I personally, if I was Apple, and it's just a spec bump update at the end of the day. That's all we're getting. I wouldn't be sending out snack surprise boxes to influencers. I wouldn't be promoting this everywhere. I wouldn't be doing something very noticeable at 5 p.m. during prime time. Like, people will be home from work when this is happening. They're not working at their job at 10 a.m. Pacific when it normally happens. People are going to be at home. It just feels like there's something else happening. Something is afoot. Okay, something doesn't smell right, somebody's cooking in the kitchen, and they're whipping up a stir fry that's a little bit different. At the same time, we have heard that Apple is not planning to update any iPads this year, and we also don't seem to be getting any new AirPods until 2024. So what is it then? If it's not Vision Pro, because we've already seen this and Apple has announced that that is not releasing until early 2024, what are we actually getting? I have searched far and wide to try to figure this out, and the only thing I can think of that nobody else is talking about is a new version of Apple's Pro Display XDR. It's actually the beautiful monitor that I'm lucky enough to have that has been sitting behind me on this desk for a couple of years. This is Apple's ridiculously high-end $6,000 monitor with the $1,000 stand part of that price that is just stunning. It's 32 inches, it's mini LED, it's got insane color accuracy, and again, it's stupid expensive, but it hasn't been updated in 4 years now. And if you look on Apple's website and a number of retail partners, it is either not shipping for weeks, sold out, or back ordered. And that is the same trend we are seeing with these new 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros and the iMac. And on top of that, Apple recently, out of the blue, updated a Pro Display XDR app calibration icon in macOS Sonoma, just out of the blue. And they removed the existing design of the Pro Display from the icon, and it's now just a general calibration icon. I don't know for sure. And at the same time, me saying this, right, this is what the evidence is showing, but there's no way that that would actually have a mainstream appeal. It just feels like there's something else here, man. It feels like there's a HomePod or something. Maybe it's this HomePod with an iPad mini built in that we've been hearing about rumors for a while now, but nobody else has reported that. So I'm just here to say, if this event is only Macs, like that's the literal only thing we get with an M3 chip inside, and they all look the same, I just feel like there's too much hype for that. I feel like there's something else, and I don't know what it is, but these are my guesses. If I had to put my money somewhere, like a Pro Display or maybe a new HomePod thing, I don't know. You let me know down below in the comments. Maybe we can all figure it out together. Maybe something will leak and I'll have to do a last minute video, because you guys know I love those, and I love you, and I'm so excited for this event. So stay tuned for obviously the best coverage here on the internet for AppleTrack. Subscribe for more. I will talk to you guys in, I guess the next video will probably be the Apple event, and we'll see what happened. Maybe Tim Cook will be dressed up as Dracula. Maybe I'll be dressed up in costume. Who can say? I've been Sam. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. Catch you on the flippity flop. Forgot I'm supposed to leave now. I actually am going to a Halloween party, and I'm very excited for my costume. So stay tuned for that as well. Oh, and watch the new episode of Genius Bar for more extended stuff. I have a podcast. I always forget to mention that. Watch my podcast, Genius Bar. It's really good. Well, I like it at least. Okay, see you guys later.